Ooh, girl, you're so pretty. You're so unique. I like the way you painted your feet. And I just love the way your weave smells. Smells like ramen noodles. The other day I tried talking to you. I tried to show you my six-pack. She laughed and said, ain't nobody got time for that. This girl, she is my ghetto attraction. I like to watch her while she glues her tracksuit. She likes to fill on my hashtag smooth African skin. I like the way she cooks me fried chicken. She likes the high notes I hear when I'm singing Frank Ocean. Cause I've been thinking about forever. I wish the time we spent would never would end. This is my girlfriend, my ghetto attraction. Thank you.
Neither can you. Pretending that this war isn't pulling through. Ignore the steady signs at a distant shore. You slept with her, deeds done. In my book, you're a whore. All of the respect I had for you left the day those slinky words came out of your lips. The day the endless talks on the phone and pinky promises meant not a single thing. And the day you lost me was the day that I declared I would win. So here I am, standing in front of my fear, cheating fate and grasping dozens, maybe even hundreds of years. Whereas you are no longer here. So we can stop pretending it's all okay. The kisses are obviously strong, and our talks have never been the same way. I told you I'd try, and you said you'd understand if I quit. But here you are crying, fussing, spitting out fake names. To me, it's just so much shame. And are you sorry it happened, or that you got caught? Are you apologizing for me? Or is it because your conscience is guilty in shots? I wonder, and words that mean nothing, it's all the same. I won't let history repeat itself. So honey, as much as I loved having you around, you put yourself in a situation where you're completely screwed. My love, I'm no fool. I'm not a tool. I couldn't give you what you wanted, and that's okay. My body is my own anyway. I'm not something that crawls back when they're no longer feeling cool. I'm no longer into you. Actually, I'm over you.
273-968-4373. Calling and get no answer from who I was trying to call. See, whenever I try, the line disconnects and falls. My phone says it's dropped, the call cannot be reached, hang up and try it again. But every time I do, the battery ain't a friend, the charger just cannot be found, and I'm left to my own devices. Devices. No pun intended. You think I'm lying about my lack of connection, I recommend you listen. Time and time again, I try to find a friend. I look to where they told me my eyes was in the sky, but my knees can just no longer hold me. I'm confined to a wheelchair, I've been praying so hard. I shut my eyes so tight, I got crow's feet at the age of 10. And really the only aid I'm receiving is from people that call me friends. But he told me don't trust men. And I only trust him. But these friends of mine show me love from the soles of my feet to the tip of my hat's brim. And I thought maybe he was right because he said man would fail me, and they did. And I thanked him for the words that he would tell me. But still I rise out of the ashes of the fire that is a betrayal of man into the arms of my mom when she can. And not into the arms of who warn me about man. Why haven't you listened and viewed yourself wrong? What's the point of all these scriptures I can quote? It's no wonder atheists question whether or not your son came to tell us to tell the rest to follow him. It's no wonder why God's phone died every time I will call him. Jesus takes the wheel and I might crash because everything I put in God's hands has quickly turned to ash. Controversial and risky, but this message has missed me. Ran through my mind 1,000 times and even the devil's kissed me. But God, I haven't seen you. Heard you. But I believed in you. I made countless dates with you and you always stood me up. My family's #1 goal was to move into a house, but you found some reason to hood me up. I don't know, maybe it's because I've fallen out of moving cars, been electrocuted, survived a suicide. Why it seems like I've been doing something wrong and you've been right, but when I realize that and ask you for guidance, you get ghosts. But at least I've seen Casper on TV and you got to reveal to me the divinity you've instilled in humanity because all I can see is calamity. Seemed like the prayer at Gethsemane didn't do much for reality. I don't know. If you get this message, can you call me back? Are you there? I don't know who I am anymore. You have to help me. Please help me. Please.
I knew as soon as I just had to take a sip of life, I knew my kryptonite was to get on the stage and grip a mic. Soon as I get it, yeah, I know I gotta grip it tight. Growing up without a dad, that makes me a victim, right? Wrong. I'm on my throne with my feet up. We headed to the same destination and we can meet up. My book is in the sky, which means you gotta read up. My rhymes are in the oven, so let's turn the heat up. Kobe gon' hit the three, and if they foul him, I wanna know more than a couple thousand. I work too hard to be looked at as lousy, and it's a shame how only music can arouse me. Lyrics, bars, songs, I'm pretty decent with them. Mr. Squirrely, I'm him, can really write venom. I don't want all that jury, but I try to work with him, point proven, and I'm moving, I lose it, now back to business. While he laid out in his grave, I'm still his #1 son. I just wish that he was here to say, my boy, well done.
When I say poet speak, you say speak poet, okay? Y'all understand that?
No.
Are you slow or no? Poet speak.
Speak poet.
Poet speak.
Speak poet.
Y'all gotta be a little bit hyper than that. Okay, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Poet speak.
Speak poet.
Poet speak.
Speak poet.
Poet speak.
Speak poet.
Poet speak.
Speak poet.
Alright, y'all. So they want me to do this poem called Them Black Girls. This is for them black girls, even the ones that act like they too good to greet you. This is for the Shaws, the Ishas, the Honors, and the Equals, them black girls. This is for them black girls, them church girls, them Sunday school believers, the ones that go out Saturday night and make it just in time Sunday morning to become Holy Ghost receivers. This is for them black girls. Them black girls, them thick and fat girls, them begging know she got back girls that know they bad when they try. This is for them African and West Indian girls and all my sisters from the islands who are the most beautiful hues that the world has ever seen. Learn your self-worth because you are the Halle Berrys and Beyonce's of 2014. This is for them black girls. The ones who rub cocoa butter on their skin and Vaseline on their lips. The ones who were taught growing up that you have to be twice as good before you even compare to them, be better than them. Now give them haters a smile and them chicken heads a wave and tell them you got better things to do like getting an education, giving God all the praise now. Tell them that this is yours and self-proclaim this world as your stage and tell them that you fly and you cute with your pitch plateaus and poetic and groupie braids and don't you think otherwise. And for them who say you ain't punch them in the face and try to fix their eyes, help them see that you ain't nowhere near being nickels, little homie, we be dimes. Matter of fact, put them 10s and 20s in my hand, go make that exchange because we be more than that, we ain't no chump change. So tell the rich homie Kwans and jerk wannabes of the world to up their game because we be more than just big booties walking down neighborhood streets in apple bottom jeans. I mean, they say life ain't never what it seems like when they tell us Rosemont, Mercer Drive, and Ivy Lane can't produce queens, but this is all blasphemy. As disguised as nothing but lies, baby girl, I am the poetic prophet, trying to show you the promised land through my rhyme, so don't you dare get sick of your distinctive heritage. Girl, you better swallow that black pride.
This poem is called Your Dystopia. Outside the world seems to be moving at a steady pace, but I'm stuck here daydreaming. Daydreaming about the wonders of my life and what I'm going to be like. My imperfections plastered on Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook, and all the social suicide websites. These are the same imperfections that the ones I struggle with. Like, for example, I want to be called thick. Society has it said that having a big butt and breasts is what's best. So forget about the personality, values, and morals. Everyone wants to be inducted in this is what they say I have to be. Education, little importance, but parties becoming our priorities. No such thing as black equality. Integrity, oblivious. And intelligence, living in contentment. But ignorance has no limits. No self-identity and a girlfriend's a set expectation and limitation. Disappointed running rapping, hearts broken past recognition. Low love is what we singing. Disrespect is on the rise. Don't love these girls is the code that we living by. How sad life has become. Suicide so common in our young people's lives. Ball is life what school is. Exactly, nothing. And we continue breathing in these toxic lies. Choking us on reality, chaotic, distorted minds has become an accepted consequence of today's 21st generation. This is what we living by. This is what we living by. Look into my eyes and see this burning frustration. A fire lit with passion, it will forever burn as long as I see this world filled with illiterate, selfish, ignorant animals we call people. And it's like we live in a dystopian society. Reality snatched away by the arms of normality. But how can we complain and how can we sit here and place blame? We have trained our minds to become become what's so commonly accepted instead of stepping out and being different. The clicks and cliches, in the back of my mind, I know they only friends for today. We no longer value friendship or loyalty because we build our perception of friendship on what I can get from this person to be. We change ourselves and the people around us until we transform, and we live in a dystopian world. But who cares, right? I'm just standing here with a face. You haven't listened to any of the words I have to say. Too focused on my hair, my shoes, and my clothes, but the words I have slipped away can no longer be retained. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Isis, and this poem I'm doing is called Confused Generation. To get her, I worked hard, but now that I gotta forget her, but when I see her with another boy, I want her. Confusing, right? To get him, I put in work, but now that I gotta forget him, but when I see him with her, I want him. Confusing, right? We have lost our placement, stuck in a place where love is found on the face and on the body. No one is reaching for our souls, for our internal beauty, but it's all about what I can reach for and grab first, ladies. He should have no authority to reach for anything on the outside. You are not cheap and gentlemen. If only you knew you grabbed onto what's closest in effort to bury the light you have on the inside. It works inside out, but we seem to have everything twisted. And I can even go far enough to say this confusion we take amusement in. See, it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. And it's all laughter and jokes. We don't understand the seriousness of this alert. It's not a once in a blue moon that us women are getting abused. And it's not a once in a blue moon that words that should never escape the lips are being spit on one another. Words that should never be used. And the saddest part about this is we call them our lovers. Someone who loves me yet does this. And somehow I don't have a problem with running back and boldly saying that I am still his. No wonder we are so desperate for some type of reality. Wake up, this is not the Notebook. You want to be fantasy, but you can make him out to be any character you envision, but what's missing is his character. And you can make her try to be as loyal as can be, but what's missing is the fact that she doesn't know she was raised up in a family of royalty. So you can take the script, try to steal lines and erase some of it, but let me just give you a hint. Those words will never do you any justice until you find a hidden message that our generation has lost connection with. Commitment can't be kept without it engraved in our hearts and our minds, a little thing called respect. We can't break this until we realize these soul ties only ties us back to rejection. Together. It's not for bragging rights that you are together, but through all circumstances, sir, you respect her. Thank you.
Give it up for Isis.
Hola. The name of this poem is called My City. I love my hood, my city. The boogie down Bronx, New York, home of the game where the OGs play and halfway crooks get exposed and shook. Where you gotta throw your hands on your hood to prove yourself a man. This is the northern walls of the Bronx, only the strong survive in these parts. My city is the church, but I guess that makes me the pastor. Now bow your head for your hood as I preach the ghetto gospel to every hood possible, if it's possible. Listen to me. This is to my hood, my beautiful city, the Bronx, New York. The Bronx moves me to speak for my brothers and sisters in the struggle with me. To my sisters, single mothers, teen moms, keep your head up and be strong. You got a little one looking up to you. To my brothers who see that there is no way out. I hope and I pray that you climb your way out. The society threw you into this hole, and I pray that you climb your way out. Bow your head and do the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man and put money in my hand. I bless the streets that I eat on. Say grace. To my city, to my beautiful city, the city of opportunity, I pray that you become a beacon for those who have high aspirations, that you remain strong, that you continue to evolve, and preach the ghetto gospel. This is my city. Boogie Down Bronx.
Yeah.
So
So this poem is called Self-Harm. I'm gonna talk a little bit about self-harm. Yes, I know that this topic is painted black and labeled as shameful, whispered in ears, swept under the rugs, or kept in the shadows. People acting as if they've never felt the awkward loneliness of being left out, outcasted. Rumors wet on people's lips, anger kept on their fingertips, and yes, there's much more to this self-harm than what people already thought. Yes, it's the consuming of poison, blazing of cigarettes and other necessities. It's the dark tarp-like depression that's webbing through our hearts, and the only means of escape is the self-mutilation and promiscuous sex. Slowly cutting off the circulation we have from right and wrong, but it was not our fault, you see. It was the backstabbing, backbiting friends, friendship being no more than fake kindness, family tearing at the seam, and other problems. It just seems as if the world is caving in on you. But it is said that it's always darkest before dawn, and that the moment of sadness will burn away like the morning dew and leave bright lights and loving sight. You see, if you gave life another shot, you see that there's people that love you more than the moon and stars, and your well-being more precious than gold and rubies. Giving it up would start a chain reaction of sadness and regret, so please, please don't give it up. May your happiness, may your despair fade like the sunset, and your joy be more dazzling than the sunlight and breathtaking moonlight. So call up that friend and tell them that you can't come out tonight, or put that blade down that knows your secrets. Please, don't self-harm.
This poem right here called Pain. Her pain is volcanically erupted of being sodomized, traumatized in mind, thoughts of her past life. Her aches are excruciating. She's the bleeding heart that aches to beat for the love she feigns mercilessly. Her anxiety disguises her soul, mitigating her sorrows. She knows she died alone, but yet she's still hoping. Cause she's suffering through the world's blistering cold. Her mind burning on death row. Burdens on her soul that she sold a long time ago. Her heart is frozen crack. Cause legal can't keep it contained, she can feel the sensation of hell's flame smoking on her back. The esteem she feels, being promiscuously persuasive on a daily basis, sickly agitated with her body where hands were laid and sodomized against. For the lonely girls with the voluptuous curves, her body sore, wanting to live in these promiscuous sheets with blind insanity, seeing sex as the only way to eat and please. She hides her tragic remorse with styled hair and lipstick for daddy who never cared. Reminiscing her smothering pain, mother injected her into her veins, where she intervened her mother's presence, should be beaten relentlessly to the white meat. No love, no sympathy. As her mother sold her food to candy as a young lady, cause while living her ruthless mother was like her on her blade knees, so she had to choose to live and die at her feet as she fled, cause she's now 13. Overdoses on lethal candy, which is affecting her unborn baby as she's cradling anxiously. Men went up to her bed from the thumb blast, blacked out. She blasted herself in the stomach, blood dripping from the ceiling, painting walls of bloody remains of her unborn seed. As for her best friend, who loved her, who tried to keep her protected, reminiscing, he sees her stabbing herself in the pelvis at his doorstep, cause she remorse. She can never keep close the gates of heaven to these one-track minded villains. They felt the sensation of heaven sent, but to her it was the burning flesh of the devil's friends. As for her best friend, reminiscing, visualizing her soul, smoldering flames of hell, gripping up on her body, sadly overwhelmed. As this is her pain, her deep, relentless, remorseful pain, they are taken in God's hands. We all gonna die, we bleed through similar veins, cause hot ships cause shipwrecks in our journeys, and sanity in our hearts and minds are burning before we feel worthless. I have my flaws and insecurities, but I still possess the beauty of my purity, cause tomorrow's the time of the storm, and we'll all shine gloriously. Thank you. Give it up one more time.
Well, I might do the poem I just fell off of, and it's called True Friends. All right. A friend. All right. A friend is always there to help in a need of trouble. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for anniversary. A true friend never fails, no matter what, and a brother is born to help in a need of time or trouble. Men say blood is thicker than water, meaning the bond.
meaning family ties are stronger than any friendship or marriage. But God knows better. He said blood is thicker than blood, meaning the bond in his Christ by his blood is stronger than any friendship, family, or marriage. But then again, the true depth of a relationship can only be seen through tribulations and storms. And for your day one friends, keep those closest. Better is open rebuke than hidden love. Wounds from a friend can be trusted, but from an enemy, multiple kisses. So I ask, are we friends or not?